Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming Gone Weird. This is episode number 28. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Do me a favor before we lock in. Tell someone you love them because you never know what someone is going through. I'm your host today, Nicktana, and I'm excited to be on the show today. I have my beautiful co-host today.
Oh, thank you.
He said his favorite Ninja Turtle is Donatello for some weird reason. I don't know why he likes Donatello. He eats all the almond joys in the store. And
not true.
He likes long walks on the beach. As my co-host, Peter. Peter, tell the people about yourself, bro. I'm so happy to have you on again, man. Seriously.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate you having me on again, man. And it's happy to be here. My name is Peter. I go by Not Ghost Stories on everything social. Can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. But today we're talking about games, man. So appreciate you having me once again.
We do be talking about the games on here. Like I said, guys, I'm excited to be on the show. I just been chilling, man. What games have you been playing lately? I know I saw you streaming a little bit of that Fallen Jedi Order, man.
Yes.
What's up with that?
Yeah. Okay, so first I want to say that I have completed officially Tavern Master. So if you're looking to run your own medieval tavern, check it out. I really needed a break from every game with a gun in it, so I switched over to Tavern Master. So that's been a fun thing. And also been doing a lot of I'm trying to 100% Jedi Fallen Order before the new game comes out. Never actually played it up until this month, and it was on sale on Steam for dirt cheap, and I was like, it's actually incredible. Really, really good game. So especially if you're into the Star Wars world, Star Wars universe, into cinematics, it plays like a movie. Can't recommend more.
Right, man. I even looked at the new trailer for the new game, and what they're doing is it looks absolutely stunning, bro. Like really movie quality stuff. Yeah. Like they haven't. I feel like they haven't missed. They haven't missed in a while, bro. Like it looks good.
It's really, really good. It's like such a. They just took their time with it. Like you just have to play it, to be honest. If you haven't tried it and you like Star Wars, it is worth it, especially now because it's going to be really cheap before the new one comes out.
100%. I'm pretty sure it was free on PlayStation at one point. If you had it for like the if you had the PlayStation Online and you had the subscription, you could get it for like one of their free games. And also, I'm pretty sure it is on Game Pass. So EA, if you want to cut us that check,
yeah,
we'll take it after the show. Nah, man. But seriously, guys, I hope y'all are doing great, man. I've been playing a little bit of Resident Evil 4. We talked about it last week on the pod, and we played the demo, and I was very excited for the game, and it's a great game. Like it's very good, very well laid out. I'm a little iffy on a few things, and I was very vocal about it on my Twitter. It's just, I think the hype is there because of nostalgia. Technically, I didn't play the first one when it came out, so I don't really look at that nostalgia factor for it being one of like a 10 out of 10 game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Getting meta scores of 93, 94, because I saw that game and I'm like, okay, it's cool. It plays very well. The action parts of it are very awesome. It's just like whenever I look at like a Resident Evil game, I want to be scared. I want to be spooked. I want to be like sweating in my chair. Right. So when that doesn't happen, I feel like it's more action. It's a little bit different to me, but I do like the pacing of the game so far and the way it's going.
Do you think that's an age thing though too? Like you're a little bit older, a little bit less scared of games like that. Like it's going to be way scarier when you're 12 versus 28, 29.
You would think, right? But like at the same time, when have you not been scared of a jump scare? Because you don't know when it's gonna hit.
I don't play scary games at all. I'm scared of all of them.
That's what I'm saying. Because you never know, bro. You go around the corner and there's a zombie in your grill trying to cook out, and it's like, get out of my grill. Like, you feel me? And it just kind of jump scares you out of the blue. Like, take me back to Sonic. Take me back to Sonic Adventure 2. Like, that game don't give me jump scares. We just got to worry about Shadow the Hedgehog coming out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And Dr. Eggman. Dr. Eggman ain't scary.
Right. No, it looks good, man. It looks really good. I've been watching your stream and a couple others. But graphically, it looks really, really good. I know it's got a huge following, a huge fan base. Like, it's totally unique, man. I can't say all that for the movies, even though I love the movies, but I don't think the movies have like a great following.
No,
but the games are great. So you can respect them, even if I don't personally play them. But it is absolutely entertaining to watch them too. So it kind of plays like a movie, like I said about Jedi Fallen Order. But I think it's a great. I think horror games are some of the best stream games you can play.
I'm never gonna forget going to see one of the Resident Evil movies. I think it was Welcome to Raccoon City, and I was wearing my pink Nicktana hoodie, and I spilled red Slurpee all over the bag, and I ruined my Nicktana hoodie with a red Slurpee, and watched that terrible movie, and it's just, I just don't even want to relive the memory.
Yeah. They're all on Netflix right now too. So if you want to watch, I've been watching all of them in a row.
The movie theater experience is a little better.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's a little cheesy, but they're entertaining if you like that era of action movies, which I do because I'm old.
Right. Again, guys, I can't say it enough. I really do appreciate everybody that does watch this show, comes through, says hi, and all that stuff. If you guys do want to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, you guys can leave a like, leave a sub, comment, all that stuff. I try to make sure I go through all the comments to make sure I interact with anybody who's been watching the show. I seriously love you guys. This has been an opportunity given to me by Jimmy to kind of talk about games with you guys and to really get my opinions out there. So all the love is seriously appreciated. And if you want to do any more supporting, you can hit us up with a KYN chat. All of these little money supports do go and help out the channel grow. It makes Jimmy happy. It makes me happy. It makes Peter a little bit happy. I don't know why it doesn't make him super happy, but if we can get that up, it might make him smile a little bit and get him a little happy. So, and we'll read your guys' question on air, but Peter does have the question of the day for us. Peter, go ahead and give us the question of the day.
I'm going to ask you the question of the day and then a follow-up question to that question of the day.
Hold on, bro. So episode 28 is getting 2 questions of the day.
Yeah, it's like a subset of that question because I want to know.
We're spoiling the people,
question,
man.
Question of the day is: what is the all-time best gaming snack?
I kind of want to, dude. I feel like it has to be. Okay, you guys can judge me, right? I want you guys to make sure you guys put your guys' favorite snack while gaming into the description. If you say Cheetos, you're a menace to society, all right? Because I know those people that have the all-white controllers and they just have those hot Cheeto hands and they're messing up their controllers. Menace. Knock it off. Treat the controller with some respect, okay? Personally, I'm going Sour Patch Kids. Little bit of sour kick to them. You don't get the little powder on your fingers. And it's just a very enjoyable snack throughout the day. It's right there next to you. Or good Mike and Ike. Good Mike and Ike. You can't go wrong with good Mike and Ike, personally.
Okay. What do you think? My follow-up to that is, what is the worst gaming snack? I already have my answer, so if you want me to lead off, I can.
Takis.
I'm going to say soup. I think soup is the worst gaming snack.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's an
flat out terrible.
My favorite gaming snack is nachos. It's nachos.
Okay, I see where you're going because it's not bad. It's not terrible. You could sit there and pick it up. Your hands don't get real dirty because the cheese already on top. Wait, hold on. You would dip your chips in the cheese type guy, or
No. Like a baked nacho is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So all the ingredients into the oven, out of the oven. You got a big whatever you put it in the oven on, some kind of baking sheet next to you. If you really want to be clean about it, eat it with a fork. That's probably a travesty for most, but you could. That's my favorite. That's my go-to. I'm gonna say it. Not a candy guy though. So
you guys need to let me know some good gaming snacks, man. I sit here, I do this podcast, I get hungry every single time, or I sit here and game for hours and hours on end. I need good gaming snacks. So let us know in the comments below, either now or after the show. But without further ado, man, I'm gonna make sure I do this every week, guys. I'm gonna give you guys the games that will be dropping this week or that has already dropped, because we do the show once a week. So if I do miss out on the day right away, I'll make sure I let you guys know ahead of time. But some games that did come out this week, guys, we are getting MLB The Show and The Last of Us Part 1 on PC. These games both dropped on Monday. A lot of people are excited about MLB The Show. Me personally, I have it downloaded. I'm ready to make my custom character and to start hitting dingers out of the park. And we can't be mad about The Last of Us. The TV series is being very well responded to in a very good show.
Renewed season 2.
Yeah, season 2. Respectfully so. It's one of the best adaptations when it comes to video games into shows. Which makes it better for future titles.
Did you see how I was going to note on The Last of Us, the PC port. Have you seen how that's going, actually? Like with the responses and how effective it's actually been switching over?
Nope, not as of now. I don't know how good it's going to be running on PC. I haven't really seen a lot of it. Is it not getting good feedback
It's
right now?
mostly negative on Steam with nearly 8,000 reviews as of today.
Not good.
I guess a lot of the feedback is it's just completely buggy, like crashes
Not
all the
good.
time. Mostly negative on Steam, like that's a big deal. That's a problem. I feel like those are people who actually, and I could be totally wrong, but I feel like those reviews are generally honest.
Right.
So if you get a mostly negative review on Steam, it kind of kills the game, I feel.
Oh,
In a lot of
100%.
ways.
Yeah, because people love to read them reviews and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So it does
totally.
come back to haunt you. So you
But
don't
not
want to
doing
do
well,
it.
surprisingly not doing well.
I'll have to check up on that. And then the other games, guys, these games are getting released on March 30th. You do have Dredge, and then you have Infinite Guitars. We were looking at Infinite Guitars before the podcast even started, and we are very intrigued with what it's about. Peter, if you want to go ahead and tell the people what it's about.
Yeah, from what I could tell on Infinite Guitars, it's a rhythm-based RPG. So it looks like some of the combat looks like you're playing Guitar Hero when you're fighting enemies. So you kind of run around. It looks like a top-down view where you actually have like a little mini character that's running around and doing combat in that way. Looks like Nick's taking care of some animals in the background. They're probably making some noise. The art style looks really, really cool. Like I said, I think it's going to be pretty approachable for most people. You're not going to need, from what I could tell, any kind of actual instrument. It's rhythm based, but with a controller. If it goes to PC, you're going to be able to just plug in whatever keys you want to use, but you're fighting enemies, going through the world. It's super bright. Like the art style is just like very in your face, bright. You're looking at it, but yeah, I mean, it looks cool, man. It looks, any RPG I'm down to try at least once.
Right.
So.
The thing that really caught my eye with it is that it's an RPG, but it's also rhythm based, and I think it's kind of cool because it's turn based rhythm. So like you actually got to hit the notes like it's kind of like Guitar Hero, and then you also got to upgrade your guy and make them better. And I think that's just a cool little like combination to do it both. You don't get a lot of those games.
Yeah. So hopefully it does well. I mean, I'm all on board to try it, especially if it's an RPG thing. I'm definitely down to try it.
Okay, now we can get on with our show, guys. The first thing I do want to talk about is Sludge Life, because Sludge Life is a free game right now by Devolver Digital. It's an open world type game, and it looks very good. And I really wanted to talk about this game because it's a free game. It's free until March 30th, so I want to go ahead and show you guys this. It looks very awesome. It's basically it's an open world game. And you got to be a tagger named Ghost, and you're basically trying to be the best tagger you could possibly be on the island. So I think the graphics look very great for the game. It looks very amazing. It is a mature rated game. I do want to highlight that right away for people that are kind of under the age limit. It has like smoking references and stuff like that. So I want you guys to be aware of that for people that do plan on picking up the game. But one of the things that really did draw me in about this game is I really love the artwork of it. Like the graphics, it just seems a little different to me. But like a good different. It's like more like I just love the art style of it. And then
yeah, it reminds me of do you remember an old GameCube game called Cell Damage?
Yes.
It was like it kind of reminds me of Cell Damage. That's what
a lot of it.
When I was looking at it. I watched a couple streams of it today. I was watching a French stream, but I couldn't understand what they were saying. But they were going through it, and it looked like a lot of platforming. So a lot of like trying to navigate areas with moving parts. There was like an elevator section that this guy was trying to work through. But checked it out. It is free. Can't confirm. Downloaded it yesterday. Back to you.
I am kind of disappointed though, because I did want to get a chance to play the game, but life got into the way of things, and I just didn't get to play it on hand. But I do have it downloaded, and I do have a chance to play it. It's a kind of one of those short games. You could beat it in about 5 hours, and who doesn't want to just go around the island and just start putting graffiti everywhere? And then it also has a story to it, and like the NPCs, they look fun to talk to, and it feels like everywhere you go, there's always something different going on, and I think that kind of keeps people like entertained for the most part, because you could go into like a certain room and like they showed in the trailer, like there's just a fly sitting down, and then you can go to a different room and it's like, oh, people are working out in this room. And I like that they're putting a little piece of everything into the game, where it feels like a little, like the island feels like a little piece of society, like, you know, like a little neighborhood, like you kind of walk around and there's like a little bit of everything on this island for something. So I feel like it just kind of adds a little touch to the island, a little bit of life to me. And I think it looks really good. The reason we are talking about this game as well is because Devolver Digital did announce that Sludge Life 2 is coming out very soon. And the game is about Big Mud going missing, and it's your mission to find him. They put in the description that's going to have 3 times the NPCs than the first one. So more of the fun. They have nothing, like no new information or no like trailer and anything as of now. But basically anything Devolver Digital puts out, I just have really good trust in. And I like, and it has to show a little faith that if they're coming out with the second game, then the first one has to be pretty successful. All right.
Right. Yeah, I was going to ask, do you know how long the second game is? Do you think it's going to be like similar in terms of, okay. They
haven't dropped any knowledge on that, but I just think it's very cool that they are coming out with the second game. They kind of just flat out said it. They're like, hey guys, Sludge Life is getting another game. And that's pretty much all they said. They said that it's going to have 3 times more of the NPCs. So that just means more people to talk to, probably more side missions if they have that, and more places to tag. So they can only improve from there.
Yeah. I mean, what are the other big games that Devolver's put out?
Cult of the Lamb is one of them.
Okay.
Trek to Yami is another one. That's the black and white samurai game, like the side-scrolling samurai game. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then the Cult of the Lamb is the dungeon crawler.
Yeah. That game, it's like this studio seems like fairly tapped into making stuff that's never been made, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, it seems it's just kind of like a breath of fresh air a little bit in terms of, it's like, it's good to see the smaller studios kind of flourish and like rise up and have a steady flow of new games coming out. And they all seem so different from the last one. So it's
right.
Sweet.
It's different, but it also does very well. And the products look very good, very polished. And they're just simple. They don't got to be like super complex. They don't got to be 1,000,000 hours long. They're like little 10-hour games. They're different. They have a nice little story, and they just like grab you in every single time. Like I remember just playing Cult of the Lamb, and it's supposed to be like a little 10-hour game, but I'm locked into like 20 hours. Just I'm taking care of everybody, bro. I'm sitting there taking my time with the story. And then also with Trek to Yami, that game just looks absolutely beautiful as well. I can't say more than, like, I can't say enough good things about that studio for sure.
Do you think it'd be worth it to, well, free games are free games, so it's definitely worth it to download.
If you were watching this now and you got the chance to download it for free, I highly recommend you doing it, because it looks great. It looks fun. It's different. I just want to be able to tag everything and just have fun with it. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Let me know down below if you guys are going to pick this up or give it a shot, or if it's just not really your style. Me and Peter are definitely playing it, though. I'm going to out-tag that dude.
It's crazy because I'm in the game, actually. I'm just coded in.
Yeah, you're the bird.
Yeah. Oh.
You see that? You're the bird that's sitting on the couch. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
I was going to say, because Ghost, I'm the main character already.
Right. Oh, okay.
I'm that dude?
I'm the bird. Okay. I'm the bird. No, you know what? You know what? I messed up. You are Ghost. Okay, I am the bird. That is me confirmed. I am the bird on the couch. Okay. Okay. You got me. 100%. You got me. My logo. It's literally. I'm literally wearing a bird hat.
I was gonna say. Yeah.
The next game I do want to talk about, guys, is we are going to be talking about Sonic Origins Plus. Peter, have you heard of the first Sonic Origins?
Yes, I have. Did play it back in the day. I mean, it's Sonic, man. It's fun. It was a cool. Excuse my language. It was a cool game back in the day. Sorry,
you're fine, bro.
I'm too casual. Sorry. But yeah, I have played it. It's been a long time though, man. I don't touch the retro games too often, but yeah, nothing but good memories for sure.
Yeah, guys. So if you guys don't know, Sonic Origins was a game that released a year ago, and it basically put out all 4 of the classic Sonic games, including other loved Pixel Sonic games that got put out, which also lets you use different playable characters such as Knuckles, Tails, and this one lets you play as Amy as well. I do have some things I do want to say about this game. Respectfully so, Sega, what the heck are you doing? This is really this kind of like, for me being such a big Sonic fan, this is the stuff that really irritates me what Sega does. And I'm very passionate about this topic. That's why we're kind of talking about it now. First off, they came out with Sonic Origins last year. The main concept of the game was to bring back some of those older games, which is cool. I like that for people who never really got to enjoy the older Sonic games. Sonic has been really working on putting out the new movie, the new Sonic Frontiers game. So they're bringing in a new audience, an audience that's like maybe like 6-7 years old that maybe haven't experienced that. But the way they did it just didn't really feel right to me, because it feels like with the pixel games, it's, for one, I know they don't really run well enough when you try to use the different characters because they were made for Sonic. All the maps were made for Sonic. And then if you try to use Knuckles and kind of glide across the map or do stuff like that, it just doesn't work out that way. So using the other characters is kind of pointless. But the way I'm at with this is like, okay, you added that game when it came out was $40. Now you release a Origins Plus, and with the Origins Plus, you're making it $50. Okay. But like, think of all the people who bought Sonic Origins the first time. Now you're going to make them pay a $10 fee to make them use another playable character that probably won't work, or to add a few extra maps that we don't know how they're going to turn out. It's just like, it's not really sitting well with me. Because the first Origins really didn't do that well. And you put out a game and the whole concept was you could play your older games as Sonic. Like, that's cool. Like, if you play the old Sonic games, you want to be Sonic, perfectly fine. This game might be for you. But don't expect to, like, if they promote, like, oh, you could use Knuckles. But why? It doesn't work. And now you're putting out another game and charging people a $10 DLC, basically, for a game that should have had it in the first place. Like, I feel like at that point, Sonic Origins shouldn't be a game. They should have just waited to drop the Sonic Origins Plus and fix everything and then put all this in the game. Or give them this update for free.
Do you think it's a money? I mean, do you think it's just a money grab?
It's always a money grab.
Yeah.
With Sega, it's always a money grab. This is why they're releasing this next year. And that's what really bugs me about it. Because it's like, they should have had, if you were going to do this, I feel like they should get the game for free. Should they not? Like, I mean, like, I get it from a business point of view, but if you spent $40 on this game, didn't you think you should get the deal, like this a little extra stuff for kind of free?
Dude, but do they even do that anymore? Like what game studio isn't creating a game, and then let's say it's a multiplayer game, or in this case it's a little more unique, but like they'll release the game, they'll have, let's say the number's 10 maps, but really they've made 18 maps. But they're only going to release 10. So they have that slow drip of content. Like, oh, well, we got these 4 new maps, but they've had these maps the whole time. It's just part of the business model to like keep you paying for the game instead of buying the full game at $60. And now me as a consumer, I'm no longer giving you cash, but now you can get cash from me over the next 2 years because every 6 months I'm dropping like an additional DLC, but it's already been done. Like,
okay.
Does that make sense?
My next question to you would be, why did it take them a year to fix this stuff and put this stuff into a game to release?
Is it fixed though, or is it?
We don't know. The game ain't even launched. Sega.
Right.
I could be the biggest Sonic fan of all time, but I'm gonna keep it real, Sega. Yeah. Okay, all right. Listen. All right, yeah, all right.
So if you've already purchased the game for $40, do you only have to pay $10 to get the upgrade?
The upgraded stuff, yes.
Okay. Well, that's less crappy, I guess. Like, it's a good thing they're not making people like repay.
No. Okay, but I kind of thought that at first too, because that would be absolutely terrible.
That'd be absurd. No.
In my head, though, the way I see it is they should not even be making the people who bought the game originally for how bad the reviews were and how bad. So it did do really poorly then. It did do poorly. It just didn't run well with the other characters. And that was the whole main purpose you would actually want to do it. Because why not just play the older version? Because they've came out with the game re-released on like the GameCube. Like, it was called like Sonic Mania maybe, or Sonic Collector's Edition. They've done this before. but they've just done it for the GameCube, or they did it for different consoles. Like they had Sonic Mania for the Switch that had all the older games. But they keep on doing this, and their main line is like, you play the other characters. Are they going to work? No, because they're not. The maps aren't designed. When they designed that game in whatever year it came out, the game wasn't designed for Knuckles to be flying across the map.
Right.
Or it wasn't. Knuckles is a little bit slower than Sonic in the game, so it's like it wasn't used for him to go around maps and go around loops and to do the things that he does. It just doesn't play well. Right. And I got like Amy being a new character is very cool, and I think that it's kind of cool that they are adding those characters. It's just at that point, bro, it's like, is it $10 for another character and maybe a few more maps? The business side of thing it is what it is, but like I'd be kind of unhappy if I bought this game in the first place.
Is it only that, just maps in a character?
Yeah.
There's no okay.
I think they announced I could pull up the
and all the maps are previous levels that have been in other games.
16
right?
16 classic titles, one timeless collection. And then it has all the games listed below: Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic CD, playable characters, and then 12 Sonic Gear game titles, which is like, I think there's like a Sonic Tetris game and stuff like that. I can't name off the games off the top of my head. I don't know, man. Money grab to me.
Maybe it's just like a collection thing. Like they know there's a small segment who are going to buy everything Sonic, regardless of what it is, how much it is.
My stupid self.
Yeah.
My stupid self.
When are you going to pick it up? Like next week, or when does it come out? June?
Never. It comes out June 23rd, 2023. If anybody's interested. God, I love, man. Just remake Sonic Adventure 2. Put that out. I'll pay $1 million for that. Let's talk.
I think they just need to like put something out. So I just get this feeling, especially with these
Sonic Frontiers just came out though.
Like with these studios that have these famous characters that have been beloved forever. Like I feel like they just have to keep putting stuff out, whether it's good for the brand or not, but they just know people buy it.
Right.
But if you're a fan, I guess that's good because you're getting new stuff all the time. So you're like still buying into the. I don't know.
Let us know what you guys think, man. Are you guys going to be a Sonic fanboy like me and pick it up? If you guys do, I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up just for the memes. We'll pick it up for the memes together. The next game I do want to talk about is something that had me sweating, had me super excited, pumped, amped up, and it felt like a little piece of my childhood just like reattached to me. Peter, have you ever watched the Ninja Turtles?
Have I watched it?
Yeah. Well, who's your favorite turtle?
I like the most.
Yeah.
I like the purple turtle the most.
That's Donatello. All right, you're a man of culture. Man of culture.
Yep.
If y'all don't think Donatello's the best turtle, man,
he's
you
my
guys
favorite.
are wrong.
He's the only character I played in that one of that first game where you're dude, I cannot remember the name of it.
I can't remember him either, dude. But there's one for the GameCube that was super good.
I thought this. Yeah, it's Donatello. So
man. So if you guys
never
don't
the
know,
blue one, never the blue turtle, never ever.
I feel like the blue turtle is kind of tacky because he's the leader.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, we get it, man.
You know what I'm saying? We get it. You're we get it. You're the best. You're the smartest.
You're the main character.
Whatever. If you guys don't know, they did announce that the TMNT graphic novel, The Last Ronin, is becoming a video game now. This actual comic came out in 2020, and it's a futuristic story about the turtles. Basically, the way the story kicks off is it's way ahead of the time, and all the turtles are dead except for one of them. Master Splinter's dead, the turtles. And basically, the turtle, who I will not spoil who it is, I did read 3 issues. I haven't finished it yet.
How good is the graphic novel?
Beautiful.
Good.
It's good.
It's such a cool concept, too. Like the aesthetics of the. First of all, the Ninja Turtles are some of the best characters ever created. Like
I'm glad someone said it, man.
It's so
like
cool.
people loved like Spider-Man, people like Iron Man, the Captain Americas, bro. But the Ninja Turtles, they don't get the love like some of those big time superheroes, but they're the best.
it's just it's like nothing else. Like they didn't copy anything else to my knowledge that I can even think of to compare it to, and to turn it into like this super gritty. I hope it's gritty. What kind of style of game are you hoping that it is? Like, are you hoping it's like a Souls game style? Are you hoping it's more like like one of those games where you're just building combos, so you're trying to get as many hits on enemies at the same time? Like, what kind of style would you want the game to be?
They announced that it's going to be more of like God of War, of War style type of game, RPGs type style, with keeping the same concept of the graphic novel, that very dark, twisted side that you don't really see typically from the Turtles, because everybody knows the historic Turtles where they battled the Foot Clan, and the Foot Clan's kind of like a pushover. They're all cracking jokes. They're basically just having a good time eating pizza. In this graphic novel, you don't really get that. In the graphic novel, your brothers are dead. Your master's dead. And you're trying to avenge them. So a lot that goes on in this graphic novel is you trying to avenge the people that fallen. Based on that, it's going to be very, very, very dark, very twisted. But like, I think this will be good and bring back a new type of energy to people that do love the Ninja Turtles. Fixer actually said, heck yeah, reading through the comic currently. Fixer, you're a real one. Keep reading up. It is an amazing, amazing story, and I appreciate you being here. But the thing is with that, I just think it's so cool because as kids, like we said, the Turtles just kind of grew up and they were funny and they got like a cool little, it was just a kick to watch.
It was jokey. Yeah. It was
very jokey, very
cool,
kid-like.
Relaxed.
They came out with something for the kids, like the little cartoon shows and all that good stuff. But like, now that we're older, we're getting the darker story that people may have missed and may not even knew existed. And it's going to bring that fan base back to life. And I think it's going to have that Hogwarts effect. People that loved Harry Potter that wanted to play a game based on the Hogwarts lifestyle.
Right.
I'm super excited. This is a day one. Is it crazy to me that this is a day one cop for me and I haven't seen nothing but an article?
No. Especially if you're a fan of the games going, like, it's just so, it's not gonna, and I hope it's not gonna feel like, but it's not gonna feel like a copy of anything. It's not a sequel. It's a different direction. It's based off of a graphic novel, which is part of the reason it makes graphic novels cool, because you can just take any story and make it super dark and adult, like have tons of adult themes. So I hope they make it that way. I would think that they would make it that way. I don't know how you would like spin that and make it more PG, but as long as it stays dark and maybe there's some violence to it, I hope there is. Like, that's going to draw people in and make people want to play it. I think.
Do you think they would want to turn that filter down a little bit? Like, I mean, think of some of the games that are out. Like, I mean,
maybe they don't have to anymore. Maybe they don't have to.
Do you think they would get rid of some of that blood and whatever else? I mean, do you think they would kind of do that for more people to buy it, or they kind of just want to go all out and stick to what the graphic novel already did with a lot of
to that?
It's very, very dark. I really don't want to spoil the graphic novel for you guys, but if you guys have a chance to watch it, my fault. Duh, you can't watch comics. I wish you could. If you guys could read the comics in any way, shape, or form, I do highly recommend it because it's a very, very good piece of like literature. I love it.
The aesthetics are just so sick. Like the whole, like, just looking at some of the images of the outfit, and like they can make it, are you going to be able to pick up new pieces of armor? Are you going to have like all these variations of being the Last Ronin, but as a turtle? Like, are you going to get like one outfit for the whole thing? Can you change? Is there the RPG element of like upgrading armor or swords or whatever?
We don't, and that's the thing. They left us in the dark. We don't know, but I'm just highly excited for it either way. You feel?
Because like, imagine God of War, but in New York as a Ronin Ninja Turtle, but it's the same level of like violence in that world as that, but everything's dark themed. Like that's going to be popular. Like, that's, if it's done well, it's going to be, people want to play that. Like, people want to play that.
I want to play that.
They want to take their heroes and they want to play the anti-hero version of that character. Like, that's why Batman's so popular. You know what I mean? So it's like,
right,
you get to be a little bit, a little dark.
with this game, they're going to have to perfect the combat in every way, shape, or form. But they didn't announce the studio that was working on the game as of now. But it's just we just kind of got to have hope and just kind of wait to see what they do.
Yeah.
But let me know,
it
guys.
Looks sick.
Let me know. Let me know, man. I'm excited to see what the game's going to be about. I'll make sure that if you guys come here, I'll be reporting on it every time it gets an update because I'm super excited about The Last Ronin. And yes, Donatello is the best turtle. Let me know who your favorite turtle is.
Yeah.
The next topic I do want to get into is the Ghost of Tsushima movie. Have you ever played the game? Because I personally haven't.
Just watched it. I watched a lot of those style of games. I think they're fun to watch.
Like, you watched it, you just didn't play it.
Yeah, like all those like Soul type games. Like I love watching them.
Right.
Some of my favorite streams to watch. Yeah.
Well, you will be able to watch the movie whenever it comes out because the director of John Wick, his name is Chad, he's basically trying to recreate the movie, and his vision is to make it a little bit better than like he wants to make it better than what the game's animations are and the game's visuals of it. I feel like that's what like the standard should be, is you should make it better than what the game actually is. But for Ghost of Tsushima, it's a very beautiful game to play through. The graphics are very great. I remember when the game first dropped, my Twitter timeline was filled with people just going into the open world and just taking screenshots of their character and just like they had cherry blossom trees and just the graphics itself looked very well. And it looks very good. And like I have really high expectations because the guy that is directing, like I said, did John Wick. If you ever watched John Wick movie, it's very colorful. Like
super stylized.
He used
very visual.
He uses the color palette very, very well in the movies. And they look great. Like John Wick movies are some of the most BA movies of all time.
Look, if that's your resume, I'm saying go for it. Like I always feel like the risk of making game related movies or like game adaptations is that you just have the harshest criticism, like because gamers love their games. So, I mean, we just look at Uncharted; it's just terrible. So it's
Tom Holland. It's
a risk.
Baby.
It's a risk.
Tom Holland, baby.
It's highly, it's a huge risk. But if John Wick is your resume as a director. And I was also seeing that he was involved in like the Matrix and stuff. So he knows action movies. That's a good sign. You know?
He did say in an interview to really try and not only live up to but exceed what the game has done with its visuals is completely fascinating to me. I feel like this man's the right man for the job.
I mean, that's right. Exactly. So
Sony has been doing a crazy job trying to get their AAA titles on the film, bro. Like on the big screen. I think they're coming out with a God of War show. I think a Last of Us. It's only Uncharted, like you said. It's only a matter of time.
Let's not use that as like a good example of a film adaptation.
You don't like Tom Holland?
That's not what I said. I'm just saying. Did you watch Uncharted? Did you watch that movie? Did you watch that movie? Okay.
I didn't watch him. No.
You should try to watch it, and I dare you to watch 30 minutes and then get back to me.
30 minutes?
30 minutes. See if you make it 30 minutes through that movie.
I'll take my chances on a red Slurpee with that one.
You can take your chances with anything on that one.
With how I feel about it, is it good? You think this would be a good way to, because this is like, I feel like this is a longer game too, like a 20, like 30, 40 hour game. The way you do the side quests, if you really emerge into it, could it be a possible chance for maybe a part 2 as well of the movie? Because maybe one movie might not be enough. Maybe
a sequel versus a part 2. Yeah,
but if the first one don't pan out, then we kind of just screwed on that.
I was gonna say, listen, I feel like if it does well, then they make the sequel, then they make part 2 of the sequel, or like, and then they go to prequel or whatever. But
I mean, I'm down to split.
We just want a good movie.
I'm down to split. I'm down to split a Slurpee.
I don't want to split that with you. I'm just saying.
Why are you so mean about it though? Like, I'm just trying to see a good movie with my friends.
I am too.
But like the expectations got to be high though with the John Wick stuff and the color palette, and like I feel like it's something with those like samurai type movies or those samurai games that are just very intriguing to me. And I feel like the gaming community always has like a passion for like Japan culture type games too.
Super
they always do
right now. Super popular right now, and the gaming community loves Japan too. So It's again high risk, but I think high reward if you hit it. If you hit it right, and you get the right advisors and right people who understand history. If you get all that stuff right on screen, it's going to be sweet. And the action scenes are going to be good.
Right.
Clearly. So
let me know, guys. If you guys want to split a red Slurpee with me and watch it with me, let me know. I'm gonna be the first one there. I'm talking middle row. If you go watch a movie, I'm in the middle row every time. The fourth topic I do want to talk about with you guys is Microsoft unfortunately stopping their $1 Game Pass trial. If you guys don't know, Microsoft for the longest time, if you weren't subscribed to Xbox Game Pass, you were able to give it a free shot for $1. They have millions of games, million of great titles, and they literally said, like, look, we just want you to try it, and we know we can get you in with this $1. You guys will stay subscribed, but they're kind of getting rid of it now. What do you think of the tactic, Peter? Because me personally, the way I see it is just like, I think it's a bold move. Like, I think Xbox lately they're kind of like doing that, like putting the cheese in front of you and then pulling it away. Mm-hmm. Like they're baiting people very well. I think they're kind of proving to everybody that they have the titles now and they have the games to where they could sit there and be like, we don't need $1 trial for you to get in, because most of the time people are going to stay subscribed. Right. How do you feel about the tactic, honestly? Do you think it sucks? Do you think they'll succeed from it? Do you think it's just going to be a positive game, or you think like it may backfire a little bit?
I don't know how it backfires, man. Like they're just so big. Like they're so ingrained. I mean, have they ever been more ingrained into gaming than right now? Like every year, they just get deeper and deeper into it. So that's so how long? I guess how long does the $1 Game Pass trial?
It's a month. It's a month, okay. But like with that
month, like, do they need the users anymore? Like, we'll never know, but like, how much of the market have they captured? Right. Like,
right.
Is that $1 only United States, or is that nationally, or globally? Excuse me.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's like business. They just test it out. And if you
remember when we talked about on the my podcast when we talked about Xbox admitting that they were losing money because of Game Pass?
Yeah.
Because people were doing Game Pass instead of buying games.
Yeah.
Do you think that's kind of coming back to haunt them to where they maybe need to get some of that money back?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're not going to.
We're talking about $1 trillion. We're talking about $1 trillion company. I get
but they want
right?
all the trillions. So, like, if they're losing money, they're not going to keep doing it. And it's money, man. Like, it sucks for us as the consumer. $1. I mean, like a $1 trial is amazing. You put in your credit card information, then you forget that you're paying for it for the next 18 months, right? Like that's the whole point of putting it so low. That's why you have the free trials. Did they say what price it was going to after that?
No.
Or do you just start off at full price?
I'm guessing it's going to be back at full price. So like if you do a 3-month subscription, it's $25, $24. And if you do a full year, it's $15 a month. So whatever that adds up to. So 25 for 3 months, or then whatever you pay for $15 a month, I think.
I think, yeah, I mean, I guess they're probably looking at it like if you can pay $1 for the first month and then $15 a month, you could probably just pay $15 a month to start with. And we want all that. So
I just felt like it was just a legendary type deal.
Just all the deals at the beginning are sick. They're all sick.
Like you're saying $1, then like imagine if you were just somebody who didn't have all that funds and you were like, okay, well I'm gonna pay my $1 and then I could play some new games. And if you really wanted to get down and gritty with it, you could play a lot of games.
Right.
Because to be honest with you, for a lot of Xbox fanboys out there, y'all haven't put out a new game in a minute. All right, nothing crazy. All right, when you guys get Redfall, then we can start talking about the Xbox Game Pass being kind of reliable, because you guys are just putting past titles on there. But I will say, like, as of now, it's just a bunch of older games. Like, it just kind of benefits to have a longer term subscription anyway. So like if you don't use that $1 subscription at the right time, then it's just kind of like you're just kind of playing older stuff.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And maybe they're looking at it like, well, they paid their $1, but none, they're going to look at how many of those people stuck around. So was the $1 enough to get you actually hooked onto the system, or did you just pay your $1 and then quit? And then if more people are paying the $1 to play whatever they can for that month and then quitting, more so than continuing the subscription, they're going to dump it.
I will bring up that one of the examples that they do plan on wanting to do in the future is pairing it up with other stuff. So one of the examples that I saw is making it an infusion with like Apple TV subscription. So if you get like if you like do the Game Pass, then you could get Apple TV with that. And then I feel like that price would just go up as well, because we've seen that done with Disney Plus. If you pay for Disney Plus, you get the ESPN. And I think it was one other thing. It was Disney Plus, ESPN, and something else, I'm pretty sure.
I know Apple Music, there's an Apple Music deal too, but maybe that's not included as part of Disney Plus.
But like if Xbox starts doing stuff like that, to where they're just like combining stuff together, to where like if you pay the price of Game Pass, then you could get these extra things, then it could be kind of worth it at that point. Like I already think like the price they do pay is worth it. It's just kind of the thing. It's like I feel like it could just be a very rough future if they're already pulling back stuff like this.
Why do you think that?
Because I just feel like they're getting really greedy with like some of the things they're doing. Like they just think they got the titles now, and they could say like, okay,
they might have it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, look, if I'm a parent and I have the funds, because let's be honest, I don't have the time to play every game in the Microsoft Store. I don't have the time. And I'm looking at this going, okay, I'm paying the bills. I can pay $15 a month. I'm already paying $150 for all 18 subscriptions. Might as well tack an extra $15 on there. And now I never have to buy my kid a game because I can always now say, well, you have your 400 games in there. What do you mean you can't find? Like, it seems like such an easy, I don't know, man. Like, at what point is the convenience so good that you just accept the cost? Because like if you can't play all the games realistically, but if you do have the time to play all the games, there's still so many games. Like it's always going to change. You don't have.
I get you. Again, we're getting to one of those topics where it's like business is business. Peter's trying to get the check.
I'm just saying,
bro. You're sticking up for Sonic. Now you're sticking up for Microsoft.
I'm not sticking up for them. I'm just telling you, they're never on our side. So just know that
I see you, bro. You bread hunter. I get you, bro.
They are concerned about the bottom line. We are just the no name.
We are the consumers. We are important too, Peter.
Sure,
I get you, bro. I get you. I just think they assume that they don't have to worry about that getting that $1 to hook people. They could just do it right away.
Sure, yeah.
But fair game. More power to them.
Now, but we'll also like they also know that they can't go too high, right? So like, why would I pay you $15 a month? All these games suck anyway. Like, I'm just gonna pay my $60 for this game direct, and you can see the door. So like, they still want your business. So they're going to just like go up into that edge of like, well, if it's $20, we're going to lose everybody. But it's $15, we get 80% of them. Right. So like that's that line.
I think it's a little too hard for Xbox to put out their game titles. Has already been great as it is. And they're already going to expand on top of that with the new, we don't know for sure, but if they get the Activision Blizzard done, that's just going to add more to their catalogs. So as of right now, they already got a deep bag.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Their bag is deep right now, to be honest, bro. To be honest. If we being honest.
It do be a deep bag.
It do be deep. Yeah. You know what bag isn't deep, though? Y'all could criticize me, man. Did you guys watch that Zelda Tears of the Kingdom gameplay?
I watched your reaction video to it.
Oh, my Lord. Was it bad?
No.
I'm sorry. Let me start off by introducing our next topic, guys. If you guys don't know, the Nintendo Direct yesterday basically showed off, I think it was like 17 minutes or 10 minutes of basically all the gameplay that was going to be in the new Zelda Kings of the Tier. Or what did I say? Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Wow. I don't even have the respect to say its name right, bro.
Did a whole video, doesn't know what the game's called. Crazy. That's wild.
Oh my gosh. Don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. But I did end up watching it. I don't know if you guys did. And basically it showed off a lot of the gameplay. It had the guy roaming through the same world. I'm sorry, it's the same world. And he was using his new abilities, which consist of Recall, Fuse, Ultra Hand, and Ascend. Recall being able to rewind time. fuse to be able to fuse weapons together. So if you do watch back the trailer again, at one point in this video, he takes a stick, combines it with a boulder to get a new weapon. That is the new fuse thing. So you could have double the durability, which is kind of cool, I guess. It really doesn't make sense to me, because why would a boulder stick on the... Listen, okay, if they want to criticize Pokemon, then I could criticize. But and then also Ultra Hand, which you could build like boats, build like certain items to be able to go across the map. Like in the trailer, they had him on top of a big vehicle, or they made a boat, and you can make that from the beginning of the game. And then Ascend can make you go through like the ceiling or through walls, basically. I did watch the trailer. I just kind of want to get into my little reactions, into my little my points that I want to make. I'm very excited to see what the game will do with the second part of it. The only thing I will say about the trailer, and you guys can say what you guys want, I just really wanted a little bit more out of it. I wanted them to show more, maybe show a little bit more of the story, some of the NPCs that we'll see. They really just showed everything in the sky. They showed basically him running around and what the world looks like, which is cool. But we kind of already have a knowledge of what the world's going to look like, because it is the same world from Breath of the Wild. It's a little bit different, like because of the sky temple and stuff like that, like the stuff that's in the sky. And it changed a little bit in the future, but it's still like we kind of know what's going to happen. And we felt like we saw the same combat with the stick breaking, and we saw the weird fuse mechanic. And I just felt like I wanted to see something different. What did you think about the game? Let me get into your thoughts real quick. What did you think, bro?
Again, this is one of those games that I watched, didn't play a whole lot of. I can't do the big open world games too much. It's like too much decisions, so I make no decisions and then I just turn it off. And that's just my own issue. But it looked like the same game. For me, as someone who hasn't played it, I think if you put them side by side, I probably wouldn't be able to guess which is which, outside of like new abilities. But again, I'm not necessarily the source on all things in the Zelda universe. But I mean, I know it's like, it's big. It's like there's a lot of like crafting and things like that. So like the RPG element's really cool. I always dug that a lot. But I mean, is it enough? Is there enough difference for them to be doing an entirely new title? Like, is the story? Did they highlight anything in the story at all? Like,
no,
is like the lore changing. You know what I mean? Like the same world kind of surprises me.
Okay. But. So to be honest, like, yeah, obviously there's going to be a new story and it's going to advance a little bit. But at the same time, when I looked at the gameplay and they wanted to dedicate a whole 10 minutes to it, and it's like, it did nothing for me. That's just where I'm at with it. I'm not saying anything bad about the game. I don't want to say anything bad about the game. People love this game. Giving an open world title like this to where you could fight the end game boss in the first 10 minutes, it obviously have some credibility to it. I was just saying in general, like the gameplay trailer just wasn't for me, because I just felt like at that point it's like we're seeing the same stuff over and over and over again, and I don't want to see that. And it's like the new mechanics are a little cool, but if it's the same world and the same little fighting, then I just like, it didn't really spark my interest like I thought it would.
Do you think they hide some stuff though? Like they don't want to show you too much.
Obviously, I get that, but it's just like that's just where I'm at with it, bro. With the gameplay, it's just like they obviously didn't want to show a lot of stuff. They showed the stuff that they wanted to show, and it was like a little bit of the combat, a little bit of how you could fuse your weapons together, a little bit of how you could like snipe and what the world looks like, and that's fine. They have that right to do so. I just really wanted to see a little bit more for the hype, because this game is coming out in
because that was the announcement trailer.
It wasn't the announcement trailer. That was just a gameplay trailer.
I mean, like, but that's like the first, you know what I mean? Like that's the first look.
No, they had like a announcement trailer where they kind of showed a little bit of like the graphics and like, or not the graphics, the little bit of like the story itself, like a cinematic piece. Like
a gameplay trailer should be, you should be like, damn, I want to play this game. ASAP. Like that, at least that's how I view it. So if it's not wowing, like, is it gonna wow a Breath of the Wild fan? Like, are they gonna see this and be like,
probably yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It 100% is. Like, those guys love that game, and it's for what it is. It does look like a great game. For honestly, I just haven't played it, but at the same time, like, obviously, people that have played Breath of the Wild are gonna love Tears of the Kingdom. Just me personally, the trailer itself was just okay, and that's just where I'm at with it. I just really wanted to talk about it. They added a few new things. They said that it was going to come out in May. We still got to remember that it's a $70 game. I was just kind of, the only reason I wanted to bring it up is because I was just disappointed, because I just wanted to see more. More. Like, if I'm sitting here and everybody's so hyped for this game, and it's like, okay, Breath of the Wild was like top-notch Nintendo in like a very, very long time. It has a passionate fan base. People just continue to play this game on, and people just put in endless amount of hours. This is the first time people really love the Zelda series. Like, I mean, people do love the Zelda series, but I feel like this is like peak when it comes to Zelda, especially for the Switch. Like,
for the Switch.
Like, the expectation for the next one has to be huge. You gotta like overtop that.
Right. Like, you know what a good gameplay trailer is. And like, you know what it is, even if you don't like the game. You're like, okay, like, that's right. You know what I mean? Like, there's a moment where you kind of plug in and go, okay, like, for those people who are fans, like, they're gonna love that. But if it's not like that, then it's not like that.
If I showed you that gameplay trailer, we're going to get a perspective from someone who just hasn't played the first one, who just kind of just enjoys gaming. If you see this type of gameplay, what are you thinking in your head? Does the combat look smooth? Do the graphics look smooth? Is this a game that you would want to give a shot at least? Or do you think they just didn't really do enough in the whole trailer to where it's just like it justifies it being a little bit different to you?
It kind of just looked like a preview, and maybe that was their goal. But it just, I don't know, man. Like, I know when I want to play a game from a gameplay trailer, and it just, from the stuff that I was looking at, I was just like, yeah, cool. Like, they made a sequel, right. But I know the first one did well. Like, sweet. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Fantastic.
But again, like, I'm not a super fan, so. Like, those people are going to defend it into the ground. Like, they probably saw that ability. Like, finally, this is what I've been asking for. You know, I just, I don't know. It looks okay. It was underwhelming. I'll just
underwhelming. That's a good way to put it. It was underwhelming.
Yeah.
I don't need you guys coming at me with pitchforks and boulder sticks in that case. But it did look underwhelming. Let me know what you guys thought. But yeah, dude, that seems like it's our show. I appreciate everybody that came through and watched live. Thank you guys for all the love and support. If you guys are watching this live or after the fact, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It does help out the channel, and you can catch me and my co-host every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern is when we go live and we talk about everything in all gaming. Peter, tell the people where they can find you at.
Once again, Not Ghost Stories on everything social. Ghost Stories Gaming on YouTube. And that's where I'm at. I'm making stuff every week, so check it out.
Every week?
Yeah, every week, Nick.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it. My fault. Oh my God.
Look at the timestamps. God.
I give Peter a hard time because that's my boy. I appreciate my boy. Thank you for being on, bros. I seriously appreciate it, man.
Anytime.
Make sure you guys check him out on Twitter. Make sure you guys check me out on Twitter at YouLoveNickTana for all the best tweets and to talk about everything in all gaming. Also, if you guys want to check me out at Twitch, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Usually we do a lot of Madden. Right now we are working on Resident Evil 4 and a little bit of Chia. If you guys want to see that type of stuff. And if you guys want to check me out on YouTube, where I actually reacted to the whole trailer to Tears of the Kingdom, you guys could definitely check that out as well. Everything does help and does support. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for kicking into episode 28 of Gaming Gone Weird. Be safe. Tell somebody you love them. That came off the tongue weird. Tell somebody you love them. And keep being weird, guys. I'll see you guys next time.